What's going on, everybody? You got John and Drew here from Ice Team, and we want to chat a little bit about early ice panfish and some of the strategies that we're going to be looking to do right off the bat. You know, we're getting really close to ice season now. Looks like next week, hopefully, maybe we'll be on some ice.
We will be ice fishing next week.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Let's talk a little bit about where we're starting, Drew. Where are we going to start when this ice forms?
First things first, if you did your homework in the fall, maybe you got in the boat and you kind of side imaged around a little bit, maybe you found those deeper basin fish, or, you know, if you like catching friskier fish, go shallow in the good weeds, good grass, green stuff, right?
I would agree 100%. A lot of those active fish right off the bat, shallow green weeds.
Absolutely, yeah. So go back to those spots. I mean, maybe, you know, deploy an underwater camera, a Vexilar, drill a lot of holes, search, find those fish. When you find those fish, I like to be aggressive right away. So I'll drop down like a big jigging spoon, like something like even the new Tikka Flash we got here. This thing's great for finding those aggressive fish. Once I find those fish, if they don't want to eat something like this, I get something like a little tungsten, like that drop kick right there. If they won't eat a drop kick, I don't want to catch them. Okay?
Yeah.
That's my motto.
I'm very excited, like you said, about the Tikka Flash. The Tikka Flash is, you know, it's obviously the new hot bait this year, and the fish are going to go wild. It's just a great early season approach to those active fish. So
now, I will say too, once you find those shallow fish in the weeds, they almost run on like highways, so to speak. So if you have a really
100%.
good clump of milfoil or cabbage, like don't just catch 2 fish and move on. Like, you know, you might want to stick it out because those spots will reload, okay? Like they travel those, they're like highways underwater. So
100%.
That's one good tip for shallow water fishing in the weeds early season.
Another thing I want to touch on with that as well too is make sure that if you're going to be out there checking early ice and trying to find fish, make sure that you're not just there at the down times. You got to make sure that you're hitting those spots at prime time to really make sure if those fish are there or not, because you could go midday, not see a fish, sunset hits, and all of a sudden you're just hammering giant panfish.
Absolutely.
I mean, so just make sure that you're, you know, checking it at the right times as well too. So
lastly, if you're going shallow, early ice, you know, you might not have much snow, it might be thin ice. Try to be as quiet as you can on the ice. We learned this the hard way a couple years ago. We were stomping around, being loud, and fishing wasn't really good, even though they were there. You know, we just freaked them out. We were too loud and they spooked. So you got to be a little bit, you know, you got to be
stealthy
on your feet.
Panfish ninjas.
Absolutely. So
yeah, well, we're getting really excited. I mean, we're only like a week away from ice. It's looking like we're at the Blaine show now. It's just fun to see everybody's hype and getting ready for the ice season. So we really hope that you guys have a really good season, and we'll see you out on the ice.